Okay, today on the Going for Two rookie scouting report, we're going to discuss a running back I've been above consensus on for a few months, and I'm not budging yet. All right, let's get it. Hi, I'm Brian Ford. I'm the co-host of Dynasty Saturday Night 5 here on the Going for Two network. Hopefully, Josh Walker and I will be back off hiatus soon enough after the NFL draft, although I'm going to do a special pre-draft episode with guest host Kyle Senra, also of the Going for Two family, this upcoming Saturday night, April 19th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Live, you can also catch me as the co-host of Dynasty Fever with Jesse Schneeman. So who we talking about tonight? It's running back Devin Neal from Kansas. 5'11", 213 pounds. He's the type of running back that I tend to love, especially pre-draft, because he's well-rounded and has a skill set that can fit nicely on a variety of NFL teams and doesn't really have to be taken off the field for any down. So right now, that's gonna carry a lot of weight for me before we get landing spot and draft capital and all that. So he's got very good footwork, very good agility. He navigates small space as well, creates space on his own well. He's got good vision early in the runs and also carries that good vision into the second and third levels, gaining extra yards. He's solid in pass pro and as a receiver, so he can play any down and distance, and that's great for fantasy for us. His 4.58 40 time and 1.59 10-yard split are underwhelming. I think his tape, though, shows the type of burst and play speed that are more than sufficient. Across 2023 and 2024, he tallied over 3,000 yards from scrimmage and accrued 32 total touchdowns. His yards per team play numbers hit age-adjusted thresholds for all 4 seasons at Kansas, and his receptions market share of 12.5% and 13.64% in his final 2 seasons are also very good. He does have some blemishes on his profile. Obviously, the free time, puts his speed score below the 100 threshold at 97. None of his career marks in some key stats like yards per attempt, yards after contact per attempt, missed tackles forced per attempt, which is pretty sticky, elusiveness rating, or yards per route run hit common thresholds. But some of them were kind of just slightly below those thresholds. I think it's enough, but it's not going to pop out if you're in the spreadsheets. His play strength and contact balance have drawn mixed reviews. I thought they were adequate for the NFL, and they're offset by those other strengths. He's not going to hit home runs, but on a down-to-down basis, I think he's consistent, and you can use him in a variety of. Defenders often have a hard time getting a square hit on Neal because of that agility, but there are other times where he appears to, for one reason or another, kind of angle into contact instead of taking it squarely head on. So let's land the plane on this and see what we do with Devin Neal. I see him as a high floor running back with an NFL friendly skill set, featuring good work in space, solid footwork and agility, and 3-down capabilities. The ceiling, though, will be determined by where he lands. Player comps for Neal could include a bigger version of backs like Bucky Irving, Kyron Williams, or Tyjae Spears, maybe a slightly smaller James Conner, or a less explosive Tony Pollard. On the downside of the comps, we might see like a Zach Moss or an Isaiah Spiller outcome, and obviously that's not great for painting a rosy fantasy picture. I think he could and should sneak into day 2, though consensus has him below that, outside the top 100 right now. Still, I think if he gets 4th round, especially early 4th round, draft capital, I'm not too concerned, especially if it's a good landing spot. I think he's fairly scheme diverse, but he will likely fit best on a team that runs a good bit of outside zone. I'm thinking good landing spots might be Houston, Dallas, San Francisco, and Baltimore, among others. Those last 2, San Francisco and Baltimore, each have 11 draft picks this year, so they're well equipped to take a swing in a deep running back class. He's currently my RB4, and I know that's high. I know that's above consensus. He's at the top of the tier with Dylan Sampson, Quinshon Judkins, Caleb Johnson, and Cam Scatterbo. That's my 4 through 8. I think Neal is the most pro-ready and well-rounded of those prospects, but draft capital and landing spot will have a lot to say about how that tier will look for me post-NFL draft. Okay, that does it for the Devin Neal prospect report. You can find me at FFJunkie_ on Twitter and Flesh Farm Leftover on Blue Sky. Be sure to subscribe to Going for Two on YouTube, TikTok, or wherever else you're watching us so you don't miss the next Going for Two rookie scouting report.